Romero Britto, Brazilian pop artist, born in 1963. These are samples of Britto's work. Romero Britto was born in Brazil. Growing up in Recife, Romero Britto excelled in the classroom, but art was his passion. He traveled to Europe in 1983 to study the masters, and after exhibiting in a few private shows, he was encouraged to travel to the United States where pop art was flourishing. Britto moved to Miami and opened his studio up to the public. Britto is a modern-day pop culture icon and the youngest and most successful pop artist of his generation. His cubism style of art brings together bright colors and playful themes. Please pause this and get these materials. You will need markers, white paper, and a Sharpie. We're going to be making a Romero Britto inspired pumpkin for fall. Now, grab your markers and a few sheets of drawing paper and get ready to create a Romero Britto inspired pumpkin. Coloring with markers can get a bit tedious unless the drawing is broken up into smaller sections, which is exactly how Britto creates his art. There is always a main subject that features interacting lines, bold details, and bright colors, and that would be our pumpkin. You may pause this slide to watch how to draw the pumpkin and do it yourself. Drawing the pumpkin. In the center of your paper, use a thick black marker and draw the pumpkin. It's a tall, skinny oval right in the center. Look at step number 2. You're going to draw 2 outward curved lines from that oval to create 2 more sections of the pumpkin. In step number 3, you're going to do that again. Then you're going to add a stem to the top. Now this is where the coloring gets fun. The key to drawing like Britto is strong lines. Once you have set up your main shape, which is your pumpkin, I want you to go over those lines with an extra tracing of the black marker. This makes it real thick. Use short lines to divide the shapes within the drawing into smaller shapes. This is where you're going to be adding patterns on your pumpkin. You can also add a background by adding lines to break up the large spaces into smaller spaces. Let's watch. Now, using a colored marker, you're going to color in your shapes. Not all sections need a solid color. Some areas could be striped or filled with bubbles or hearts. You need to decide. Britto uses color and pattern. Can you see how he combines colored lines over solid shapes? That means you color in a shape and you add marker lines on top. Try to do that in your pumpkin by Romero Britto. Have fun with this coloring.